Welcome back to Blu-ray Showcase. I know it's been a really long time since I've done one of these things. I know in my previous showcase I promised I would do a comparison between the 4K release of Snow White and Seven Dwarfs to the old Blu-ray release. I will do that eventually, I promise. In the meantime, I've decided to return to the home video showcase series on a high note with one of my all-time favorite movies, Toy Story. Now, Toy Story is such a great film, in my opinion. I grew up watching the original on VHS. I loved it ever since. I love the characters and everything. I love, quoting lines from the original movie, and any of, the movies for that matter. And so this is definitely a showcase video I've been wanting to do the most. If you're wondering why, it's a little different, I'm actually, recording my voiceover over the footage. I wasn't really satisfied with the footage I recorded, or at least some of the stuff I said, because I felt like I just did not do the movie any justice. So yeah, we are going to be looking at the Blu-ray release of Toy Story, the special edition. I also am showing off the Blu-ray 3D release of Toy Story, as well as the 4K release of Toy Story. So let's start off with the special edition first. It originally came out in 2009, I believe, around the time that Toy Story 3 was going to come out. They made special edition releases of Toy Story and Toy Story 2. No, they didn't make any controversial changes or anything. I'd say the only thing that's kind of different from the previous release is that they changed the Disney and Pixar logo at the beginning, but that's just pretty much it. Everything else is exactly the same, or for the most part, as the previous home video releases of Toy Story, except for Toy Story Special Edition on Blu-ray. It is in HD. Now, in the footage of the copy I have, I did switch out the Blu-ray case. When I originally bought that copy at Half Price Books, it was missing the DVD disc, which I was kind of a little disappointed in, but at the same time I didn't really mind, since I just wanted the Blu-ray, not the DVD. So basically, I swapped the original case out for one of my other Blu-ray cases that only had one disc, because I wanted it to be housed in one disc. I'll probably swap it back to the original or something. But yeah, you could see the Blu-ray disc and everything. It's definitely a good release and everything. So for the Blu-ray 3D release of the movie, well, there's actually two versions. One is a standard version that has, the Blu-ray disc, the DVD, and I guess a digital copy. While the one I have originally came from a 3-pack with the other, next two Toy Story films. You could tell that because they don't have the banner on top, that tells you what discs this set comes in, and also not to mention that it only comes in just a 3D disc, which it's kind of inconvenient for me since I don't really have a 3D television, nor do I have a system to play 3D Blu-rays on. Though actually, scratch that, I have heard that the PlayStation 3 models do support Blu-ray 3D, and I do have a PlayStation 3 Slim, but I don't have anything to hook it up to the system right now for me to test that out. I mainly just bought it just for the cover, and you could tell, because the cover on that one looks amazing, because it's just the actual it's the actual original Toy Story cover that was on the VHS and Laserdisc releases, which that cover in itself is already from the original theatrical poster. They just changed Woody's face to be smiling. And then we get to the 4K release, which the cover itself is okay. It's mainly just reused assets. Or more specifically, the background with Buzz, Slinky, and the aliens. Those are clearly just artwork, that was used in Toy Story 3. I think the render of Woody might be new. I don't recognize that one all that much. He kind of looks like his model from Toy Story 4, but I digress. I mean, the cover itself is okay, just not as good as the special edition or the 3D release. And yeah, I just kind of thought I'd just do a little comparison between the 4K and the Blu-ray release. Even though the Blu-ray disc that's on the 4K set is almost exactly the same as the original release and the ones that came after. So yeah, so I'm going to be putting in the Blu-ray and 4K discs inside my 4K player, and yeah, we'll see what they look like and everything. And even though I don't have, and even though I can't show you the 3D Blu-ray menu, I'll at least show you footage of what it looks like, with me commentating over it. Alright, here is what the menu for the Blu-ray release looks like. This is actually the new, this is the Blu-ray disc from the new 4K release. Well, I wouldn't say like new, it came out in like 2019, but yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's pretty much the exact same version as the original Blu-ray release. Funnily enough, the previews on the new Blu-ray are actually different, because like when the Blu-ray started, it had the teaser trailer for Toy Story 4. So scene selection, we have some bonus features and bonus features from previous releases. We have like the setup, audio, captions, and sneak previews. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. So now let's watch the Blu-ray 3D menu. Alright, special shout out to SS Reviewer for the footage you are looking at right now. He uploaded a high quality rip of the 3D Blu-ray menu. And yeah, I mean, like, there's no bonus features or anything. It's just the scene selection and the setup. But I love how unique it is compared to the Blu-ray and some of the other releases, because it's just Andy's room, and the camera moves, like to see the other characters. It's sort of like a mix between like animations from the movie and like newer animations, like using like models of the characters from like Toy Story 3 or something. Again, everything's on mute because I don't want to get copyright claimed. Since the menus for these Blu-rays and everything, they do play the actual songs from the movie. But yeah, so that was a look at the Blu-ray 3D menu. So now let's look at the 4K menu. Alright, here's what the 4K disc looks like. For the most part, it looks identical to the Blu-ray's menu, which is kind of interesting because like I thought there would be like some like unique artwork or something, but no, it's pretty much the exact same menu as from that Blu-ray that came out like 10 years ago, or from when this 4K set came out. But yeah, scene selection and the settings. So yeah, so the 4K disc doesn't have any bonus features or anything. If you want to watch the bonus features, you have to watch the Blu-ray disc. Alright, pros and cons for all these Toy Story Blu-rays. So pro number one is kind of my biased one. Toy Story is a fantastic movie. I mean, even to this day, I'd say it's still one of my all-time favorite movies. I remember last year when Disney was celebrating its 100th anniversary, they had a special event where select theaters would re-release a Disney classic animated feature, old and new. And Toy Story, the original, was one of those movies that they were re-releasing, and like it was such a big deal for me because like I've seen Toy Story 3 and 4 in theaters because like I was born after the first two movies came out. But seeing the original in theaters was such a big deal for me because like I've been watching a Toy Story like so many times, like like on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray and everything. Like being able to see it in theaters for the first time was just something I wanted to do, and thankfully me and my mom, we went to an AMC. It was like 50 minutes away, but it was really worth I'm going there because not only was the AMC, not only did it look like very 90s, it had like a 90s aesthetic to it, but being able to see a movie like Toy Story, it really felt like we were like going back in time to 1995 when this movie came out, and like seeing it, and it was just amazing. I had a great time. My mom had a great time. We all had a great time. So yeah, so here's hoping that Disney will one day re-release Toy Story 2 for, I don't know, some sort of special occasion. And so yeah, so another pro is that the bonus features, they're, you can only get the bonus features on the Blu-ray disc. And the bonus features were great. I mean, like, I remember spending so many hours, watching all the different, like behind the scenes stuff and deleted scenes and, fun facts and everything. And the original commentary, which is pretty good. I think it's actually the same audio commentary that they've, that they've used since like the Laserdisc release or something. I could be wrong. I don't have a Laserdisc player. Another pro for both of the versions is that they have stellar video quality and audio quality. Mainly on the 4K release, because like the 4K release, they really improved so much on the colors. I know it doesn't look like a major improvement, but it's still an improvement nevertheless. I actually haven't seen the movie in its entirety, or like the 4K disc. I've seen the 4K movie on Disney Plus, and I've seen screenshots of the 4K version. I even compared it to screenshots and footage from the Laserdisc release of Toy Story, because that one used the original 35mm print. I feel like the colors on the 4K release, whether it's just, like the colors, or just, like the shadows and everything that's used on the 4K version, it looks almost on par with the original 35mm version of the film that originally released in theaters. So that's really cool. And the audio quality, it pretty much sounds completely uncompressed. I did not hear anything that sounded off, no compressions or anything. Like the audio was pretty much just perfect. And of course, there's like subtitles and the different languages. That's all pretty good. I'd say the only con would probably be, this is not really anything wrong with like the releases themselves, but rather just like there's a logo plaster, because if you watch the original film, it had like the original Walt Disney Pictures logo was a CGI version of the Sleeping Beauty castle, and it zooms out and transitions to the walls in Andy's room. Around the time that Toy Story and Toy Story 2 were being released theatrically, like in 3D, so like before Toy Story 3 came out, they plastered the logo with a more modern Walt Disney Pictures logo, and a lot of people don't like it. I don't really care for it myself, but I know there's a lot of people that actually avoid the newer releases of the movie just because they don't like the logo plaster or anything. Honestly, I don't really think that should really bother someone enough to like not want to buy the newer releases. Especially since I think the 4K release of Toy Story might be the best release of the movie so far. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say about this wonderful movie. So there's no reason to buy the original Blu-ray release of Toy Story. Unless if you like don't have like the DVD or something, but you could just buy the DVD separately, because the Blu-ray is already included on the 4K release. However, do you know what would be like, if there's one thing I feel like they should have done for the 4K release, is use this cover. And I think I know what to do now. Now this is more like it. I know it would be kind of weird since, the Blu-ray 3D logo on the bottom right and on the spine is still present and everything. It still mentions it about being a 3D release of Toy Story. But I mean, like, besides that, I have a copy of the 4K release with this original, with the original cover. So yeah, and it also, I feel like the Blu-ray disc, that comes with it, like the disc art, it matches, the original's aesthetic really well. And so yeah. So if you want the perfect release of Toy Story, get the 4K version and find find them with the cover for the Blu-ray 3D release, and yeah, just pretty much swap out the covers, and yeah. Well, I guess that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure to ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any videos I produce. And I'll see you real soon. Same toy time, same toy channel.